telling me that you keep testifying that you kept telling us that you lied. Is that fair? Do you recall me asking you, what do you lie about? What do you lie about?
Did I want to tell you?
Okay.
Welcome back to the channel. What is going on with the goings on with the prosecution team ending on a sour note? Let's get straight into Little Woody's last day of testimony. She started off claiming that Little Woody could read, that he read for the defense team. So let's get right on into it. Hit the like button, subscribe, and thank you for tuning in. Let's get it.
Good morning, Mr. Copeland.
Good morning.
On cross-examination last week, do you recall speaking with Doug Weinstein about your knowledge of God and knowing that God is in your heart? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Weinstein asked you if with God in your heart, that is what you were thinking about when you raised your hand and took the oath. Do you remember him asking you that?
I don't get what you're saying.
Sure. Last week, Mr. Weinstein asked you when you took the oath to testify, if you had God on your mind. Do you remember him asking you that?
Yes.
Okay. And you said he wasn't on your mind, he was in your heart. You remember that?
God, yes.
Okay. And you and I have had discussions about God. Is that fair to say?
Yes, we have.
Okay. And he asked you, Mr. Weinstein asked you, with God in your heart, is everything that you testified to in trial the truth now? Do you remember him asking you that?
I guess, yes.
Okay. But that's not actually accurate, is that, Mr. Copeland?
What you mean?
That everything that you testified to in court while you've been here isn't all true. Is that fair to say?
I don't get what you're asking.
Sure.
You said, is everything I testify is true?
Yes.
To my understanding, it's true.
Okay. Well, I want to play for you State's Exhibit 399Y, which is your testimony from a few weeks ago with you and I talking about your ability to read, okay?
To read?
Yes. I'm going to show you what's already been admitted in State's Exhibit 332Y.
I can hardly hear.
Now looking at
It's not playing right here.
where we stop at State's Exhibit 332Y, do you see on here where it says Hertz rental record?
I can't read.
Okay, so you can't see anything on that page?
I can't read.
Okay. Do you see the name Jeffrey Williams? Now, do you remember telling me that you couldn't read?
Right.
Okay.
Can I speak on it?
No, not yet.
All right.
Mr. Cole, I want to show you Mr. Martin's State's Exhibit 401. Why? First, tell me if you recognize State's Exhibit 401Y.
You said, have I recognized it?
Yep.
I've never seen it before.
Do you see your name on here?
Yeah. Yes.
Do you see your signature on the back page?
Yes.
All right. And do you see the date of December 13, 2018?
Yes.
And does it say plea of guilty form?
Yes.
Okay. Is this the plea of guilty form you filled out when you took the plea to theft by receiving stolen property back in 2018?
Say it again?
Sure. Is this the plea of guilty form that you had to fill out when you took the plea to theft by receiving stolen property in 2018?
I guess.
Okay. I'm also now showing you State's Exhibit 402Y. Do you see your name on there?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see your signature when you signed and date this on August 12, 2013?
I see the date.
Okay. Do you see your signature?
Oh, yes.
Did you fill this out when you took your plea in 12 SC 110195, which was your intern automobile plea?
I guess.
I guess, is that your signature?
What?
On the second page.
I guess.
All right. I'm also showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 403Y. Do you see your name on here?
Yes.
Do you see the petition of bond that you filled out while in jail trying to get a bond?
You said I filled it up?
Did you write this from Fulton County Jail?
Yes, I wrote that, but not that.
So you didn't write your petition for bond?
No, this not in my handwriting.
Okay. Well, I'm showing State's Exhibit 404Y. Do you see this letter that she wrote from the Fulton County Jail?
Again, that's not my handwriting.
Okay. Do you see that this was sent by you from the Fulton County Jail?
That's my handwriting.
This is your handwriting, but you didn't write this one. Okay.
Yes.
Looking at State's Exhibit 401 and 402, you're on the state like this, admit 401 and 402Y. What's happening?
Admitted.
Do you see here on page 4, you had to write, are you able to read, write, and understand the English language? You said yes.
Yes.
All right. Also here in your plea of guilty form, can you read, write, and understand the English language? You said yes, correct?
Right.
All right, and that's what she signed and dated, correct?
I guess.
All right. And last week, do you remember when Mr. Steele put before you the murder warrants in this case? You were able to read the murder warrants in this case?
I don't remember reading that.
Okay. Do you remember when Mr. Shar asked you to read that dismissal form that when your case was dismissed in early this year, that you were able to read that?
He read it for me.
Do you remember reading it yourself?
I remember this is to him and agreeing to, because he reading it for me in front of everybody, so I assumed that what he reading is on there.
Is it the only time that you couldn't read when I had to put something in front of you that dealt with thug?
It's a different, like that's why I just asked, could I explain to you?
What would you like?
Reading and understanding is different. Like, you putting papers in front of me, like, I'm gonna read that stuff.
Okay, so is your testimony today that you did not read anything last week when Mr. Steele and Mr. Shard gave you documents to read?
He said, did I read anything this week?
Yes.
I don't. Just looked at the paper. He reading it in front of everybody, so I'm assuming whatever he reading, he got to be on that because he in front of the courts.
Okay.
I'm going to show you what I want. Starting at 252J. I see J. May I put you on?
You may.
May I put you?
Mm-hmm.
This is, I'm just going to show you what I've marked as Mr. Williams 252J, okay? And if you could just take a look at this for me. Do you see what it says here? United States District Court, Northern District of Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta Division, United States versus you. United States of America versus you, Mr. Copeland. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
And do you see your lawyer's name, Mr. Rett?
Mm-hmm.
And that's D-U-R-R-E-T-T. And do you see the Honorable Judge Totenberg's signature on there?
Mm-hmm.
And that was your judge, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And you see the date, October 24th, 2018?
Yes.
And it has an amendment to the judgment, same case number, your name, right?
Yes.
And it just has October 22, the same date that the judge signed October 31, and just amended your sentence. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And this is certified. Certified means the clerk, you feel that, if you want to feel that seal.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And this shows that you pled guilty to the offense of possession of a firearm under 18 United States Code 922G1. You see that?
Yes.
And your sentence is going to be on page 260 months. Is that fair to say?
And 3 years without release. It's not on there. Is it?
It'll be on here, yes, sir. And I will show it to you. And supervised release is like what?
Probation?
It's right here on page 4. See that 3-year supervised release?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes. Yes.
Your Honor, I move for the admission of its certified document 252J. It's a conviction of Mr. Copeland from the Northern District of Georgia. The offense date is April 28, 2015. Your Honor, the judgment date is October 24, 2018, but then it was amended. There's a correction. It's October 31, 2018.
Right, submitted.
I'm just going to move this to court, please. Mr. Copeland, I'm showing you what's been marked as Mr. Williams number 252I as an ice cream, okay? And again, do you feel that seal on it for a certified copy? Do you feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes. Yes.
And this is in the Superior Court of Fulton County, and that's state of Georgia versus you. You see your name?
Yes.
And that's indictment number, it actually says criminal action number, 20 SC 176912. You see that?
Yes.
And do you see where it says that you entered a guilty plea under Alfred? Do you know what Alfred is? Remember?
No.
Okay. And it says 5 years to serve 3 years, balance of 2 years probated. You see that?
Yes, I see it.
On possession of a controlled substance, Schedule 1 or 2 with intent to distribute. Is that fair? That's what it says.
That's what it says.
Okay. And I'm going to turn to, you were sentenced by the Honorable Judge Ingram in this courthouse. Do you remember that by any chance?
Yes.
And I'm going here to your indictment. And Judge Ingram's name used to be Judge Millinger. Did you know that? If you didn't, that's fine.
Yes, I know it.
Okay. And this indictment was returned by the grand jury on November 20th, 2020 for the offenses of participation in criminal street gang activity. But you did not plead guilty to that. You pled guilty to possession of a controlled substance, Schedule 1 or 2 with intent to distribute, count 2. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Okay. And did you see your signature under where it says Kenneth Copeland waives a copy of the indictment, lists of witnesses, formal arraignment, pleads guilty to count 2? You see your signature there?
Yes.
And then the Honorable Jonathan Melnick?
Yes.
That's your lawyer, right? Former lawyer. And you pled guilty on January 25, 2022. Fair to say?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, this is a certified copy, and I will move for the admission of Mr. Williams number 252I.
Submitted.
Copeland, if you don't mind, if you can feel the seal, the certification. Again, Fulton County Superior Court, State of Georgia versus Mr. Kenneth Copeland. That indictment number, I'm just looking at it and reading it, 22 SC 182134. Do you see that?
Yes.
And this charges you, and you pled guilty under Alfred again to possession of firearm by a convicted felon. Do you see that?
Yes.
And you're sentenced to 5 years to serve 10 months in prison, balance of 4 years, 2 months to be served on probation. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And this is, again, you're represented by the Honorable Jonathan Melnick. You see that?
Yes.
And I'm going to the indictment, in the same indictment number that we just said. And do you see your signature here?
Yes.
When it says you plead guilty. And it is only to the count 3. You got that?
Yes.
Is that all true, what I said? Possession found by a convicted felon. You see that?
Yes.
And the grand jury, you pled guilty to possession of firearm by a convicted felon in the county of Fulton, State of Georgia on the 27th day of October 2021. Did knowingly and without lawful authority possess a certain firearm or block handgun, accused having been convicted of felony in 10 SC 96938 Superior Court of Fulton County offensive aggravated. Sorry. Yes, ma'am. Having been convicted of felony on indictment number 10 SC 96938 in the Superior Court of Fulton County, Georgia, for the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on March 7, 2011. Is that true?
What's true?
That's what it says.
Yes.
Okay. And that's the count that you pled guilty to. True?
Yes.
Your Honor, I move for the admission of Mr. Williams number 252, M as in magic.
Submitted.
And Mr. Copeland, that date, October 27, 2021, you saw a clip, I believe, of investigator, detective Viverito and you in a room,
Yes.
and that was the same day, October 27, 2021. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Copeland, I'm showing you Mr. Williams, number 252G as in Goldfeather. And this again in Fulton County, State of Georgia versus you, Mr. Copeland. This indictment number is 20 SC 17 68 51. You see that?
Yes.
And this has you pleading guilty under Alford to count 2, possession of a vehicle with an altered VIN number. The VIN number, you know what the VIN number is?
Huh?
Do you know what a VIN number is?
No.
Vehicle identification number?
Yes.
Okay. And it says 15 years to serve 3 years in prison, balance of 12 years on probation. You see that?
Yes.
And this date is also before Judge Ingram on the 25th day of January 2022. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And here's the indictment. Same number that I announced before. State of Georgia versus you. Count 2 possession of vehicle with altered VIN number. You pled guilty to that count and count 3.
Yes.
Willful obstruction. See that?
Yes.
And that's your signature.
Try turning that backup mic off. I don't know if that'll make any difference or not. Okay, I don't know why that's started happening. Go ahead.
And you pled guilty to Jonathan Helmut's order. 25th day of January 2020. Fair to say?
Yes.
Your Honor, the admission of Mr. Williams, certified copy, Your Honor, 252 is
Admitted.
first one I'm showing you is the market 25, Mr. Williams 252F as a funds, okay? Superior Court of Fulton County, State of Georgia versus Mr. Kenneth Copeland. That indictment number is 12 SC 11 3315. You see that?
Yes.
And this has you pleading guilty to certain counts, including terroristic threats, count 1, terroristic threats, count 2, terroristic threats, count 3, and 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. You see that?
Yes.
And you were sentenced to serve a total of 10 years to serve 2 years in prison, balance on probation. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And this again for that certification.
Yes.
And this was for the Honorable Todd Markle, remember him as a judge by chance?
Yes.
And this was the 12th day of August 2013. And that's your indictment, correct?
Yes.
And that's your signature.
Yes.
And that's what you put guilty to those crimes that I announced. Fair to say?
Yes.
Your Honor, move for the admission of Mr. Williams 252 Act.
Admitted.
Mr. Copeland, I'm showing you certified, and you're on this feeling, just make sure it's in seal.
Yes.
Superior Court of Fulton County, State of Georgia versus Mr. Copeland. Criminal action number 12 SC 11 0195. And this charge is going to be pled guilty to 3 counts of entering an automobile. And then I'm skipping 2 misdemeanors. I pled guilty to that, I'm skipping one. And then actually that's all I'm going to announce, please. Yeah, 3 counts of entering an automobile. Okay? Yes. And you were sentenced to 5 years to 2 years in prison on the balance of 3 years on probation. Fair to say?
This was it.
And this was August 12, 2013, correct?
Yes.
Also before Judge Marker?
Yes.
Now with Judge Marker. And here's the indictment charging you that you think you pled guilty.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Your Honor, I move for the admission of 252G as a indictment.
Admitted.
Good fight. I'm showing you in the Superior Court of Fulton County, State of Georgia versus Mr. Copeland, that number 15 SC 136794. You have a certification on that? This is Jeffrey Williams, 252D as a date, okay? And this has included guilty, sentenced to 5 years to serve in prison community time served with death by receiving stolen documents. See that?
Yes.
And this was also before the Honorable Judge Marco on the 15th day of December 2018. See that?
Yes.
And this is your indictment. That's your signature for the day. Is that true?
Yes.
Now, with the admission of Mr. Williams 252D.
Admitted.
I'm showing you Mr. Williams number 252C is in collect. And it's in the Superior Court of Fulton County, State of Georgia versus Mr. Copeland. And you entered a guilty plea to count 1, which is aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. This is indictment number 10 SC 96398. Is that all look accurate? Yes. And you were sentenced to 10 years in confinement, but upon service of 1 year, 9 years will be served on probation. See that? Yes. And tell me if this is the signature. And here you were represented by Suzanne Conway, P-O-M-U-R. See that? Yes. Here's your indictment, unless you're guilty plea under Alford versus North Carolina. See your signature? Yes. You entered that plea on the 7th day of March 2011. Fair to say? Yes. Your Honor, move for the admission to certified copy of Mr. Williams 252 season.
Admitted.
And Mr. Copeland, this is Mr. Williams number 252B as in Barry. This again is a Superior Court of Fulton County State Court versus Mr. Copeland. And this is a non-negotiated plea of guilty on Alfred versus North Carolina. And pleading guilty to 5 years to serve in prison, on probation. Is that what it says? Yes. And can you make sure that that's a certified copy? Yes. And that you pled guilty to your lawyer, Jessica Stern, S-T-C-C, yes. And this was August 31, 2009, correct? Yes. And you pled guilty under Alfred versus North Carolina to count. That's what I'm taking it out of you. See that? Count 1? Yes. And that's your signature that I asked about. Is that true? Yes. And you did that on August 31, 2009. Yes. Your Honor, for the admission of Mr. Williams 252B.
Admitted.
Mr. Copeland, briefly, the allegations against you that you believe are pending are that you accused a jail worker or a deputy of spraying at the jail, right? And the deputies, the supervisors, reviewed the videotape from the jail and determined that the jail worker did not have OC spray on her and did not spray you with any OC spray in the jail. Isn't that correct? Right? Did you know that the state, while this trial was going on, dismissed that case against you?
I didn't know that.
Well, I brought you good news. May I approach with 27C?
You may.
Does that document say State of Georgia versus Kenneth Copeland?
I think.
Okay. That document indicates. I approach.
You may.
Correct me if I'm wrong, does this document say the facts of this case have been reviewed, and although it appears that probable cause existed for the defendant's arrest, the decision of the district attorney at this time is not to prosecute the above named defendant? Is that what that says?
Yeah.
Okay. It says the reasons for this decision are as follows: prosecutorial discretion. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
the person whose name is on this document is Fonnie T. Willis, correct?
Yes.
Okay. That document does not indicate that your pending charges for false report of a crime and false statement, they don't indicate that those are dismissed forever, just for now, at this time, correct?
I guess.
Okay. And nothing in that document says we dismiss this case because we were wrong, Mr. Copeland's innocent. It said prosecutorial discretion, correct?
What that mean?
Okay. It means they just made the decision to do it.
All right, that
Then Prosecutor Hilton continued to pounder Woody about YSL being a gang. And like he told her, you can't have Crips and Bloods, GDs, all in one gang. They're separate gangs. But let's get into it.
YSL. You're not talking about the music label, correct?
I'm pretty sure. I know you're not you're not in the streets, but you keep sticking on this gang stuff, and I don't know how much it's gonna take to convince you that when you're a gang, you can't be 2-3 different gangs or sets of members. Like, again, you can't be YSL, the gang in your voice, and be a blood, because let's say if YSL is a gang and YSL get into a blood gang members, you gotta pick. So what you gonna do? You're blood or you YSL? It don't make sense. And if you're blood's not gonna let you be YSL. If it's a gang, just like with Crips or just like anything else.
But you gave up being a blood, correct?
Yeah, I did.
All right. So when it said YSL for life, gang, that's who you rep now.
No,
correct?
I said, no, I always been 30 deep when I was a gang member. But 30 deep is not a gang, you know what I mean? It's just my neighborhood. A gang in Atlanta is Bloods, Crips, GDs, or whatever. And let me correct that. To certain people, it's not a gang to them, but y'all trying to say YSL when you know, Atlanta, we monkey see, monkey do. We see people doing something, we want to be a part of it. We want to represent it. We want to say it. If you see that most of these people in the courtrooms don't got no ties to me, I never seen them before. So you can't say it's a gang. A gang, everybody know who he is. Everybody, we rock together. A lot of these guys, we don't do stuff to each other.
And it's in the same video where you called yourself a gangster, correct? That's the portion that Mr. Steele paid for you last week, right?
It's entertainment.
Okay. Now,
Hey, what's that song? This ain't what you want. Well, Prosecutor Hilton, this ain't what you want. Because Woody done called her basically a fake hood rat. Let's get into it.
I think I'm more talking to Miss Love. And you just, because I just remember you just kept standing there and you trying to act like somebody in the hood. So.
was I just quiet and being myself?
No, you acting like somebody I grew up with. I'm so convinced that I did this crime and they not going for the stuff I done told them in the past. So I'm just keep trying to talk my way out of it, and I'm making stuff. I'm stupid at the time.
And the finesse thing that you did to police back in 2015 is always and only was going to be about you and what you needed, correct?
I don't get what you're asking me.
You told Mr. Weinstein last week that you were a BSer. Do you remember telling him that last week?
You told me that yourself one day we was in the back talking.
Next, Prosecutor Hilton tried to say Young Thug's sister said that they killed Nut on a jail call. Well, leave it to little Woody. He put her in her place and let her know exactly what the sister was saying. Let's get it.
You ain't never got there alone. You just want to be out there tripping. Bro, we ain't fucked up no more. You ain't got to be hanging out there in Canterville.
Shit, I had no choice.
That wasn't gonna get you time in Canterville. Out there in them apartments. I keep telling you that.
Yeah.
So what you say, shit, bro? Hey, you gotta realize, yo, swear to God, we killed nothing, so they gonna stay on you.
Yeah. Hello?
Stay away from the shit, bro. You just don't know it be your hood, bro. Your hood is scared you, bro. Don't do that. Trust me, your hood is the main hood. Them the main people that want to have you fucked up before anybody else on the street do. They what I'm telling you, but they scared of you.
I already know.
You gotta stay away from that shit. You got a little girl now. I've been telling you that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I was just mad at your ass, bro. On my money, how you got
the phone going off for me like I don't did something wrong, bro.
damn. Call Mac. Motherfucker.
Man, you know Valerie told me that.
But I'm saying you listen big bad. You call my phone 20 times, bro. You know what I'm telling you? They always just call my phone 20 times. No call ID, then we get right in the corner. You walk past me like you a boss. Bitch, I got some of that fake ass weed in your head. How I just rock your ass. And I got my pistol on me too, ho. I'm trying me fuck around with you. I just told you on me listening to this fat ass hoe. She wanna keep on drama, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man. This hoe just told somebody look just on her house. Don't listen to her.
You finished?
Yes. So the portion that Mr. Steele did not play was when Max said, "Swear to God, we killed Nut." Correct?
What you mean?
I played for you the clip.
I heard you. I don't get what your question is.
The portion that was not played was when Max said, "Swear to God, we killed Nut."
She said they swear to God we killed Nut.
Now for the grand finale of Little Woody's final testimony. He started talking to Thug in the courtroom. He's on the witness stand. Let's go.
You said that you
When I said
shot up.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That you shot up Rich Homie Quan's dad's barbershop with threat. Do you remember?
I said it out of frustration.
Okay. Was that a crime that was done on behalf of YSL?
Huh?
Was that a shooting that was done on behalf of YSL?
Miss Hills, you know me. You know what I mean? If I do anything, I do anything on my own. Like, ain't no a crime on behalf of YSL. Like, I keep telling you, y'all trying to make. And now there again, you got shot callers, you got structures, you got leaders and all of that. Like, YSL a label. So if like how y'all got all these peoples in here or whatever, you can't say that. Oh, for instance, I got charged. Y'all charged me with a possession of a firearm and a possession of some pills, and the gang charge saying that I had these because I'm a gang member. I don't have drugs. Had drugs because I'm a gang member. Like, but y'all making this stuff be what y'all want it to be because y'all can do that, but it's not right.
Back in 2015, did you have a beef with Rich Homie Quan?
No, I never had beef with Rich Homie.
And isn't it true that you told police that Thug had an issue with Rich Homie Quan because he brought some IF gang members to his condo?
No, Threat had issues with Rich Homie Quan.
I didn't ask about Threat. I asked about what you told police regarding Thug having an issue with Rich Homie Quan bringing individuals from IF gang to his apartment.
Thug was protecting Rich Homie Quan. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So, like I keep telling you, y'all don't have y'all facts together.
So I'm asking you a specific question. Did you tell police that Thug had an issue with Rich Homie Quan bringing members of IF gang to his condo?
Again, when I'm talking to the investigators, I'm going to tell them anything to get them out from me. But as I sit right here, I'm telling you the God and the truth that Thug, I had an issue with Rich Homie through Threat. And about my partner, whatever he went on with, they don't have nothing to do with YSL. Y'all trying to make it seem like this has some just because they don't have nothing to do what I do and what Threat do, they don't have nothing to do with YSL.
I still think I heard an answer. Did you tell police that Thug had an issue with Rich Homie Quan? I don't think you did. Oh, if you did, I did not hear you. So
I'm sorry. I said it. Thug was trying to protect Rich Homie. He was calling me saying that, man, hey man, leave Rich Homie alone. Like, he don't tell me what to do.
So that still didn't answer the question. Yes, no, I don't recall. Did Thug have an issue with Rich Homie Quan bringing members of IF gang to his apartment?
Thug, did you have an issue with Rich Homie?
I'm asking you for what you told the police.
And I'm answering you. I just told you several times. I tell the police anything.
Okay. Do you recall talking about the shooting at the studio with Rich Homie Quan's car last week with Mr. Sharp,
I don't know nothing about that.
and you asked him if he had proof. He asked you if it was you who did it, and you asked him if he had proof.
Right.